Phew, cigars taste.
Whatever.
They do.
Ahoy, mateys. Cap Jack Scrapper here. Can you hear me? Somebody give me a sound check and a video check, please. Embrace empath embracing life. First in. Uh, Allie Mack had to step out. Uh, According to what I see here, we are live. We are live. I just need a. I know Beyond Beauty 3 just mentioned us, and she's going off right now, and she's coming over here. Oh, Amy McFarland. Okay. Thank you. Thank you for being aboard, Lassie. It sounds like you can hear me. Okay, hang on a second. I'm trying to get where there are all these pop-ups. And why are you tapping
Waiting
me
on
on the
you.
back? Okay, just a minute.
I can't sit in this chair long.
I know.
I can't.
All right. We got at least one person in the house. Yeah, you know what? One or none is totally fine. We are totally fine.
Nobody wants to hear me.
Well, you got to give a few minutes, honey, to let people come in.
Well, I'm gonna
they're,
go
they're,
sit in here.
they were watching Beyond Beauty 3,
Well, they can finish that. I'll be back.
and then now they're taking a bathroom break, and then they'll be back in a minute.
Well, me too.
So okay, fine.
I'll be when it's my turn.
I will. Terry Palmer here, welcome aboard. American Wander, welcome aboard. Uncle Lisa, thank you for coming aboard. This is going to be fun. I don't know. We'll see. She's got a little bit of stage fright. I'm like, why? Why? What's the worst that can happen? Oh, they might not like me. And I'm like, so what? They liked you on karaoke. Excuse me? So, yeah, let's go with it. Margie, welcome aboard. Thank you. And I do know that there's some other channels that are on right now, like New Horizons, Susan. Oh my goodness. And uh it has totally gotten to the point where we can't help but step on each other's toes. It's uh, we talked about it last week. It's going to happen. It's probably always going to happen. Uh, Especially with live streams. I mean, of course, with live streams. Yeah. Uh, Holly chose 7 o'clock. That's where she wanted to be. I'm like, okay, okay. I did check with uh, what's the name of that channel? Not Rambling Roads. Um, Dang it! I'm squirrel, squirrel. Anyways, the latest people that tried to keep track of who's on when and how and why and who cares. And from the day one when we started this, uh, yeah, a lot of people that were really good at keeping track of stuff. They got I don't know the right software to where they can print out, the share the air video. You know what? I don't know. I'm glad to see that somebody's trying, but I think that it's going to be something else. I mean, it's almost going to be, well, I'm not saying, just not saying, but when you feel like going live, go live. If you're stepping on somebody else's toes, oh well, uh, it happens. It will just happen. And the only thing you can do is say, well, maybe I'll check out Captain Jack's replay. Well, live streams don't get many replays, but I do appreciate it when they do, because if I get a replay, oh, good. Now I can do my analytics. If no one comments on a replay, I'm stuck. I'm out there in the void. I don't even know. So I really appreciate it when my subscribers do. They didn't see me live like right now, but they'll come back and they'll see the thumbnail and they'll go, oh, and then they'll check it out and they'll make a comment. Once they make a comment, boom, I am able to comment back, of course. But then I see it on YouTube and I can check my analytics. Todd Johnson, welcome aboard. Hitch Up and Toe, welcome aboard. American Wanderer, thank you for coming. Uh, okay, now you guys are talking amongst yourselves. We got 13 people on board. And I'm wondering where. Well, never mind. Well, it'll come. It'll come. I tried to my analytics, but I put my back up. I hear you. I hear you. Uh, yeah, I throw my back out a couple times. Hell, I threw my back out just trying to do a video tonight down by the lake. It's a steep hill. Ah, all right. Uh, Margie, it's not stepping on toes to go live when you have time. Or in my case, I have a good Wi-Fi.
Let me know when they come back.
I hear you, Margie.
Yeah.
Just a minute. You probably can hear her. Hang on.
Let me know when they come back. Let me know when it's my turn.
We've got 15 people in the house right now. It is your turn. Okay. I put the microphone down. And I'm not going to be on the microphone for very much longer. Because I don't know. Where'd she go? Oh, ah, I feel like Ed McMahon. Yeah, kind of, sort of. Texas Registered Hungry, welcome aboard. Uh, when I am backstage, I'm probably not going to be able to acknowledge everybody, but we're going to give, yeah, it's almost showtime. Yeah, we're 9 minutes into this, and you think, well, why is Captain Jack just blabbering away? Shanna Craft, welcome aboard. Stick around. Stick around.
Hey,
It's about to happen.
you gotta move that coat too.
I will. I will. Okay. All my YouTube family, I love you. And without too much further ado, let me introduce to you Holly by Golly. And here's Holly.
Oh, sorry, I'm fatter than that. Hello, hello, everybody.
Got your microphone down?
What's that?
Right there. You're good.
Hello, everybody. How is everybody today? Well, let me start out. I went to the beach today, and I thought I would let you know that I am styling the new beach tan fashion. How does the new beach tan look? I hope y'all like it. Can you see it? It's with the mask on. Because when you go to the beach, if there's other people around you, I didn't want to take chances. So I thought I would be styling this year's beach tan. Anyway, nice to meet everybody. This is my first time. I'm very nervous. And I would like to become a stand up comedian. But here goes. Well, all right. I'll start out by telling you a little story. It was a couple Christmases ago. I was putting the Christmas. Well, all right. I should start from the beginning. We're putting the Christmas tree on our kitchen table, which is only like 36 round, right? Well, I thought I would walk around the chairs to put the lights on. Okay. Well, Jack, he goes to bed quite early. He decides to go to bed. And I said, wait a minute. He was a little bit worried too. So he helped me put the Christmas tree on the floor so I wouldn't fall off the chairs and break my leg. All right, so I got the tree on the floor and I go to stand up and walk around the tree. When I don't know, 20 minutes after he went to bed because I had to get all the lights situated that. And I go around the tree and I slipped on the lights. Here I am, crack, in between the chair and the refrigerator, down. And granted, I couldn't get myself back up because I had just a year or so before that had back surgery, lower back surgery, major back surgery. Anyway, then I went to try to get myself up, and I'm yelling for Jack, which he is going to have for his new emergency one. It's going to be Jack, Jack, Jack. It'll be my voice. But
The Holly emergency signal.
yes, the Holly emergency signal. Because I call Jack, you know, in that way quite often, actually. All the neighbors know that it's me calling for Jack. And if they happen to be in earshot and know where Jack is, they get a hold of Jack, and Jack comes home to help Holly because she probably fell again.
Or she needs a beer.
Or I can't get up. I might need a beer. Or I might be low on cigarettes.
That too.
But anyway, and here's another hilarious story. A year or so before that, actually, it was like almost exactly a year. Okay, I was in the garage, and I'm doing just fine, organizing my stuff out there and everything, And this is after this back surgery. I had a really good day. Anyway, and then I went to go over to the other side, to his side, walk down this ramp. Bam! I hit a pothole. And I had to use my Holly emergency call signal again, or my Jack emergency call signal, I should call it. Anyway, it's hilarious. I fractured the other foot. Anyway, so I had a cast on it. Anyway, it was oh, about a month later, I got really, really, really sick and it was an ice storm out here. So that was year before last. So maybe that was the same Christmas tree broken leg. No. Anyway, I was in a hospital
2 years.
and anyway, this is gonna be hilarious. So hold on. Uh, bear with me, people. It's my first try. Um, anyway, I'm in the hospital, right? And I ended up spending 17 days there. Anyway, I got this cast on my leg. I'm in there. I'm really sick. They had me in ICU, and then I went to a regular room, and then they transferred me to another room, and then I they found out with whatever fluids they were giving me and medicines, I got diabetes from them. When I was in the hospital, I accumulated diabetes. Anyway, they started to almost get that under control, and the medicines they were giving me for that, they ended up giving me internal bleeding. Lo and behold, anyway, they had to rush me into surgery for that. They drained that out. I'm back in the ICU again. Out of 17 days, I had the same room for a maximum of 3 days. Anyway, I was in ICU for another couple days. And these masks, these newfangled masks that they had, I can't stand a mask on me. But I woke up and I'm tearing this mask off. They had it all over my head. They asked me what color I wanted. I said, none of them. I said Blanco to them. None. Anyway, then they convinced me, well, it'll help you get your oxygen under control. I was above 6 is what I needed to stay alive. Well, anyway, back in the room that I felt like I was stable, this is before the internal bleeding, they were poking me. I had pokes all over, IVs up and down my arms, right? I had this broken leg. Lo and behold, the toilet breaks after I take a dump. Wouldn't you know it? It's all over my cast, all up and down my body. It splashed off the floor. It was in my hair, and that was disgusting, right? Anyway, it was gross. And I'm sore as heck, and I'm due for my medicine, but they can't give it to me like being dirty like that, right? So, and I couldn't do a bedpan because I was too sick, and with the IVs, the IV pole was mounted to the wall, and the hoses the IV thing they had on me, it wouldn't go no farther. So no bedpans. Anyway, and then they're trying to get me up on the far end of the bed to go to the bathroom. And then you get new nurses in there. They take this toilet that's outside the bathroom, put it in the bathroom, and I says, "Where are you going with that?" She goes, "Well, I need to in here. You got to go to the bathroom, right?" And I said, "Yeah." But I go right beside the bed. Anyway, here I am, and it's supposed to be no weight on this cast. So I'm pivoting on one leg, you know, no weight bearing. They're wanting me to get up on this scale to weigh me. And I'm supposed to put both my feet down for this weight scale. Nope. They says, "Oh, this ain't gonna work." They started moving the scale while I was still on the darn thing. Right? Okay. So here's the download. Okay. I go to the hospital because I'm sick, because I can't hardly breathe. Okay. They come here in the ice storm and get me out. I'm having to hop out, can't hardly breathe. Here they got two of them trying to get fit me through a small, like a bedroom sized doorway. Two of them side by side trying to hold my shoulders, you know, and it don't work like that. Three of us can't fit through the door, especially with me being extra heavy over my. Oh, I'm so disgusted with my weight. Anyway, that's a whole nother ball of wax, but it's so hilarious.
I'm not going.
Anyway, well, here's another thing that happened while I was in the hospital. I had scheduled to go back to the orthopedic doctor about my cast on my leg, right? Well, it was supposed to be the following week. Well, they decided to come in there because here I am. They couldn't get all the poop off of the fiberglass. So here I am spreading germs everywhere I go, you know. Anyway, so here I am. They're having one leg on the bed. They're holding one leg off the edge of the wide beds. I might be wide, but they gave me like a super fatty bed, like twin size, and spread my leg out way over the off to the side. And they decided not to have me have any panties on because when I had to go, I had to go. When I got the feeling I have to go, I hit the nurse's light, right? And it took them forever to get in there. I was getting up. They had the bed warning. It was going off all the time. Anyway, with my cast on my leg, they got my leg sprawled out. They had an assistant. They cut they sawed off my cast, spread eagle, with no underwear on.
I missed out on that.
And then they skirted down my underwear because I'm flashing to his assistant, my crotch and everything. I was I was pretty embarrassed about it, but then again, I had kids, so you lose all modesty after that, pretty much. Anyway, they recast my leg in there. It was a crazy time, I tell you. And they were telling me they ain't gonna let me go home unless I bring oxygen home. They wouldn't let me go home unless I brought oxygen home. So now I got all this oxygen stuff all over the house because I was sick of them. I didn't want to get I didn't want to get sick no more. I was sick of being in the hospital. They made me sick. Whoa, Tata's on a side screen.
Yeah, whatever.
Whoa, that's
Yeah,
an
I
odd
feel
pop up.
so broke up. I wanna go home.
Anyway, another instance. Well, I already told you about that. Um, I'm thirsty. Hang on a second, folks. Uh,
I feel
Excuse
so
me.
broke up.
That felt good. Anyway, folks, speaking of which, that reminds me of my brother. Uh, he always had this thing about it never fails. Holly always does something when we go out for family dinners. Always something, some bodily function always tends to come up. And with my one brother, he always tends to lose his appetite. If you speak if you speak of anything bodily functions. So it never fails. I have used it against him though in the past. Like I wanted a piece of that apple pie, and one of my cousins and him, when we were younger, always each would tear into a whole. They'd take a whole pie with them, and that was their plate, right? I wanted a piece of apple pie, so for me to be able to get one, I'd push out a fart on purpose. That would make Buddy lose his appetite, or I'd start talking about farting. That's all it takes for him to just. He's done. I got me a piece of apple pie. I got two even. Anyway, I did the same thing for mashed potatoes. Some guys would load up their darn plates. They had one plate of the when my grandma did chicken. She did a chicken for the family. He'd grab one platter. My other cousin Tommy Brown, he'd grab another. They're about the same age, when they're teenagers. And then grandma had two more for the rest of us. Right? And I wanted the legs off the chicken. Well, I go and I put my finger on that's my piece right in Buddy's plate. I got to take half the platter back. He wouldn't touch nothing around somebody touching his plate. That's a big no-no. But it never failed me come up with the topic of bodily function. Somebody would, and of course I'm one of them outspoken types. I I have to get my word in also. So I put my thoughts in on things too all the time. It never failed. Totally by accident. There's other times I wanted to be so discreet as to not, because I got high respect for my brother Buddy. Yeah, granted, his name's Buddy, my name's Holly. We got teased about it a lot. Buddy Holly? I'm sure you guys have heard of him. Anyway, another factor is, um, but uh, have you ever heard of Beavis and Butthead? I'm sure you all have. You know, they're always looking for the cornholio. Well, I found it for them. In Nebraska, you know, they're the corn huskers. Anyway, I happen to be watching that football game against Detroit Lions, and they had a corn husker fan big time. It was a big ear of corn. So Beavis and Butthead, I found your cornholio.
I never heard
And some of those names are unreal with sports fans. But folks, that'll have to be for me for next time. For now, I hope you enjoyed it. I'm sorry if it wasn't as funny as I had hoped it would be.
this.
But anyway, it's time for me to sign out now and send it back.
Do the belch thing again.
Send it back. Oh, excuse me, folks.
This is my favorite.
Uh, excuse me. That felt good. Peace out. Here's Jack.
Oh, wow. Good job, Holly. Very good job.
Let me know what they say later.
Oh, you haven't been watching the chat. Everybody's watching you. All right. All right. Here we are. Well, she said something about maybe half an hour, and guess what? It's very close to that. And I don't. I could go on. I have a few jokes, but you know what? I've got a video to upload. By Golly Studio. There's another one. By Golly. Isn't that cool? Because Holly wants to be known as Holly by Golly. And just to say something a little bit more, got 3 minutes here. When I first met her, I took her to a wedding reception. I had never met any of her family, nothing like that. And someday we'll tell the story about how we met. But anyways,
Don't you dare tell about my place. No,
oh, she don't want me to tell it.
no, don't tell about that. That's part of my next one.
Oh, she wants to save it for next time. Okay, I will let her tell it. But at least I got to have a part of it. Okay. No, Papa Drew. No freaking way. No freaking way. Thank you, Santacraft. All right. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you. I that's good to hear, and I'll tell her. And I will replay this for her, and I think she'll be happy. I hope so. I told her, don't be scared. Just be yourself. And I think she did that. Okay. Uncle Lisa. I know that Susan's on right now. And I do know that Bob's Adventure comes on at 8. I'm probably not going to get back on here till a little bit after 8, at least as far as watching other people's videos. I'm hungry. And I have a video to upload. Little John did a really cool thing today, so I gotta upload a video. And hang on. Yeah. Next week. Next week. Same time, same place. All righty. Holly just gave me the word. Holly by Golly gave me the word. Same time, same place, next week. Friday night. What time? What date? That would be Friday, August 7th. I hope you'll join us. All right. Good night, everybody. Uh, Papa Drew, stop it. Please stop it. Uh,
I gotta wait a minute, Jan. I gotta see how well I did before I commit to next week. It might be the following week, but I want to see how I did. I want to hear the comments.
she's worried about comments and all this and that. I will replay it for her. I'll teach her how to use the laptop. Okay, Jerry Holly's on too. Wow, there's a lot of people on. All right, Uncle Lisa, thank you. Let's just call it. Let's go raid New Horizons. Thanks, Jen. Appreciate it. All right, see you over there. I hope. Scapjack Scrapper. You all know what to do. And fair winds, smiles. And we had a few tonight. May God bless. I'll be live at noon tomorrow. Thank you. See you there. Noon Eastern. Thank you. Good night.